And lately, I've had more than one conversation with DAF donors who have little patience for charities who don't acknowledge their gift. They don't get a thank you, and it really causes ill feelings and a negative impression. And they generally move on to another organization working in the same causal area of concern. Hi, everyone. It's Mike Todd from Transform Philanthropy, and today I have a quick thought for you. Over the past several weeks, I have had many conversations with or about DAF donors, and it's been a fascinating experience for me. As you know, you've heard me say this before, the Donor Advised Fund is the fastest growing way to give in Canada and elsewhere. And you need to think about how you are acknowledging those gifts and thanking those donors. Even if you're not proactively going after DAF grants, I imagine you've received a few, a handful, 6, 12, whatever the number is. And that needs to be considered carefully because I'm hearing some horror stories from the donors or about the donors who are showing that they have little patience now for charities that they are supporting who don't seem, by the way they acknowledge the DAF gift, to understand what a DAF is and why it's so important and why it's such a benefit to the donor. And they're moving on. They're finding another organization to support in the same causal area of concern. So it's a concern for you if you haven't got a strategy or processes in place for acknowledging DAF grants. And what I would suggest is that you pull out the last X number of DAF grants, whatever that number is for you, and just take a look and see if you were able to determine who the donor was, if you were able to get any kind of communication to them, or did you just take a quick look at it and assume it was one of those anonymous DAF grants and just move on? And I think that's a mistake and needs to be revisited. What if it's a new donor who's supporting you for the very first time and you have the opportunity to nurture and to really grow this new relationship, which is very valuable, obviously? Or, if I may, even worse, what if it's an existing supporter who has switched from direct giving to giving through their DAF, and they're going to fall off of your radar screen because you're not sure who it is behind that grant? You need to really understand this to be comfortable with it, and then most importantly, to get strategies and processes in place to make sure that you are welcoming these donors into the fold, just like you would any other supporter. And if you're not sure how to start on that, I can help. Reach out and we can have a conversation. Thanks very much and have a great day.